Hello, everybody. It's Holly from Masonic Orchids. Long time no see. I have been busy since I quit my job, trotting around doing all the things I had missed doing when I was working. Yesterday, my son and I went to, we were going to go to the Akron Zoo. And then it was rainy and gloomy, and I thought, oh, it's even worse up in Akron. You know, you have the lake effect way up there. So I'm like, we are not going to the zoo. But he had his little heart set on we were going to do something that day. And he has ADHD. So if you say you're going to do something, you will do something. It's hard to redirect. Even with me, it's very hard to redirect when you have something you're going to do that day. So anyhow, we went and toured the reformatory over in Mansfield. That is where they filmed Shawshank Redemption. Now, I have been there before. He had also been there before, but he was too little to remember. So I said, that's a nice outing. Well, it's not a nice outing. It's something different to do. Very oppressive. Very, very oppressive in there. Oh my gosh, I just cannot even imagine the horrors that went on in that building. So I feel like you kind of have to decompress after something like that. So then we went to the bird sanctuary. Oh my goodness. I will have to pop a couple pictures up of the bird sanctuary. Maybe one of the outside of the former prison. You're not allowed to take anything out of the back windows because the new prison is back there. But yeah, I'm done going there. I feel like I've done it. I've done it twice. I don't know, getting older and a little more sensitive soul here. So I don't have any interest in going back there again. It's not pleasant. But anyhow, yeah. So then we went to the bird sanctuary, and what a transposition between the grimness of the one to the absolute beauty of the bird sanctuary. Oh my goodness, with a horrible, let me tell you, my son-in-law, bless his heart. Bless your heart, Fessel, for favorite son-in-law. I don't think he is listening. I don't think he takes the time to watch my channel. But oh my gosh, terrifying yesterday. So my daughter, while we were at the prison touring, had she sent me a video of an auction she was at. Of course, a plant auction. So I'm assuming she's at the other end of the county, nowhere near Mama, nowhere near me. She's at the other end of the county at a plant auction I go to. No. She was at one just north of me. So they drive this colossally massive truck. I mean, it's big. It's ridiculously big. Sorry, Val. It's a ridiculously big truck. So anyhow, I'm in my Outback listening to Google because I'm taking a different way through town to get to the bird sanctuary. When all of a sudden, out of nowhere, comes this looming, big, massive truck right up on me. Flashbacks to being in like Columbus or Cleveland. So of course I enter survival mode. I seem really pleasant, but if you're gonna loom up on me in a truck when I have my son in the car, I'm not pleasant. So anyhow, words were exchanged and they pull up alongside me and I still am not recognizing this as my daughter in this truck. My poor grandbaby sitting in the back seat. So he thought it was funny. He thought it would be just a big hoot to just come tearing up on me. It was not funny. And for all future reference, this is not a funny thing to do to an older person. My son was sitting in the seat beside me, zoning out, leaning back, listening to music. And all of a sudden he sees mother in fight or flight mode. And I typically go into fight. I'm not a fleer. I was raised with a bunch of brothers. I'm much more going to fight mode. So then my daughter rolls down the window. She's like, mother. Terrified. So we needed the bird sanctuary after that. We needed a moment to decompress from all the horrors of the morning. Wow. Sometimes you wish you lived a little further away from family so you never interacted with them. You never interacted with anybody you knew. But it was fun. He meant it to be funny. But it was not funny. It was not funny. It was not funny in the least. So anyhow, that's enough of that. But I will put up a couple pictures of the bird sanctuary because the minute there was a bird, there was a waxwing sitting here yesterday, a cedar waxwing. The minute we walked in, my son had a cedar waxwing right on him. He was like the friendliest bird there. He would hop right up on your hand. We saw, sorry, it's gonna be a little chatty. I haven't seen you guys in a long time. We saw a catbird, which I love catbirds, a red-winged blackbird, which is an absolute favorite of mine, sitting right next to my hand. I have so many pictures, which I won't bore you with them all. But so that was a wonderful, wonderful decompressing. We needed that. And then we stopped at Steak and Shake on the way home and came home and made burgers. So it ended up being a very good day. It was a nice outing. So next week we will go to the zoo because I already have the passes. So we're going. But while we're doing this, the chatty business, this is a list of all you wonderful people who have subscribed to my channel. Now, I'm going to take half the list because I don't want to bore you all day long. I'm going to take half of the list. Now, some of these go back a few months because you know me. So, we have Juliet Jackson. Thank you. I'm just going to thank everybody at the end. Orchids with Gigi, which I thought was amazing because my grandma name was Gigi. Katerina Trinkaski, forgive the pronunciation. Laura Pendis, Flora Revelry, Fancy Shorts. That's a cute name. I like these names. Marie Broderick, Linda Dumas, Jinx, that's a cute name, Jinx Lawrence, and Von Tassen Farm. Now, I'm going to leave the rest of them for the next time. So you didn't come here to hear all this. But if you're any of those new subscribers and some of the more current ones, I really, really appreciate it. And if you want a shout out, subscribe. And eventually I will shout your name out. So let's talk about this orchid sitting here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I can smell it. Get really close here. My hands are shaking today. I had like 3 hours of sleep last night. I want you to look at the lip once. I'm not a fan of the lip. I like everything else about this orchid. It's beautiful. It's so just beautiful. And the scent. Oh my goodness. It smells like my New Dawn roses. So a very old, more of an older, very fragrant climbing rose with a little bit of lemon. It smells so good. It really does smell good, but only for a few hours in the morning. And what is this orchid? Brassicatlea, which is where you're getting that little lemony scent. If you see anything in the Brassicatlea, expect a little bit of citrus. It's probably going to show up. Hippodamia, leopard spots, all the little spots, times Cattleya, intermedia, Oriana, LC. Now, the Cattleya is where it's getting the New Dawn rose scent from. And I have to go out and work in those. Oh my gosh. My husband was weed eating. He came dangerously close to the New Dawn that I've allowed weeds to go up to kind of protect it during the frost periods we're having right now. I need to go trim around it so he sees the roses. But this really does. This really, really smells like a beautiful rose. It smells exactly like it should smell for the cross. For the Brassicatlea and then the Cattleya. So pretty, but not a fan of the lip. I'm just not. It looks a little washed out. I don't know what to say about it. It's a little washed out. So I don't know if I can keep it in the frame so you can see it. There we go. I turned around today so I have a little bit of different view back here. This one here is just the, sorry, not just. This is called Snowbird Sweet Spot. And I have showed you this before. Really, really pretty. And the second spike has started blooming as well. It's very, very pretty. I'm going to put this one back here. I'm going to be all over the place today in my life and with the orchids. Later, I have to go clean my koi pond. I want to clean the koi pond. the fountain needs cleaned because I have a beautiful blackbird that goes out there every day and eats. And, I mean, he just eats, he's drinking, and sometimes he bathes in the koi pond, and it's fabulous. I love my birds. I just love my birds. So let's hop over here and show you. The next few plants are not orchid. I'm just going to warn you. I've kind of been on a little bender with a couple different plants over here. This is a Streptocarpus. And it's beautiful. It's a member of the African violet family. I only bought it because it leans a little blue. Now you're probably seeing purple. I see a little bit of blue. So, yeah, I did get this when I was working at the greenhouse, and I won't mention their name because they're on my list right now. I had a bad interaction with them. When I went to get this job, which was supposed to be just part-time anyhow, I only wanted a seasonal in and out. That's all I wanted. So I go over there, and of course I had written ADHD. I write notes, so I had written all my, looked like chicken scratch, but I had all my notes there stating the wages, how much I would be given, and after, which was ridiculously low, but after a few weeks it would go up. So after a few weeks pass, no raise, no mention of a raise, nothing. So I'm like, well, that's odd. So I messaged her because I didn't want to be confrontational. So I just messaged, and I'm like, where's my raise? I'm supposed to have a raise. And she's like, oh, I can't possibly do that. So I'm like, okay, just let it go. You enjoy the job. You're enjoying the work. You enjoy working with the people close to home. Fine. So then 2 more weeks go by. And I'm like stewing about this because if there's one thing I don't like, it's being lied to. If you want to tell me you're not going to pay me crap and then I decide to come work there anyhow, I'm going to be happy. Don't lie to me. So I approach her at work and ask to speak with her, and I won't mention the greenhouse. So I asked to speak with her, and almost the whole day goes by, like half a day, till she finally comes over and takes me to the rear of the greenhouse away from all the public because she knows what I'm going to talk about. So I said, well, I don't understand why you told me I was going to be getting a raise. You give everybody a raise after so long of training, which is understandable. Oh, no. I never said that to you. And I said, well, I have all the notes. And she said, just like this, I believe you have notes. I believe you do. But I don't know where you got the information from. And I'm like, are you kidding me? So it ended up with me saying it was not nearly enough. And because the fact she had not been truthful with me, I was not happy with this. And she said, well, if that's how you feel, you can go home. So like, I'm going to water these little pepper plants I had just watered because I'm that kind of person. I'm not a hideous human being. So I watered them and I labeled them. I didn't put them where they were going to go forever because I'm not that crazy, but I did water them so they didn't die in the greenhouse. And I got in my car and I came home. And I have been happily working in my garden. I have been traveling, out doing things. I've been kayaking. So it just needed to happen. It needed to happen. Enough of that. But so that's what I have not been posting. I was busy doing that job, which I did love. I love greenhouse work. I just love it. I know you don't make a fortune in the greenhouse world, but you make more than what I was making. So anyhow, my husband's happy I'm back home because he's getting fed better and the house is cleaner. And my son is happy because we're out traveling, doing things, and he gets to go to Taco Bell more often. So anyhow, that is where I bought this plant. Long story short, I bought the plant there. So anyhow, these did not come from there. These next ones are not orchids. We'll get back into orchids in a minute. But I don't know if it's my latest ADHD hyperfixation. I don't know what it is, but I am over the moon. I started purchasing these new plants maybe a little over a month ago. I was at Kingwood Garden Centers, and I am going there again tomorrow. I can't be stopped. I bought 3 the first day I was there, and last week I met a friend for coffee. We had a wonderful chat in the middle of Kingwood Gardens at a table. We had coffee and talked. and I purchased another one that they had gotten, another variety. So I'm gonna need help when I go tomorrow if there's another variety I don't have yet, because it's probably coming home with me. They're having a huge plant sale tomorrow, and today's my typical grocery day. I'm usually on Thursday, so I avoid all the crowds. But tomorrow I'm going to be going, so I'll take my backpack with coffee and my thermos, and I will enjoy Kingwood Gardens. But they're having a huge plant sale, heirloom, all kind of everything. It's a 3-day sale, so I'm going to that. So if you're going to Kingwood Garden Sale, you might see me. You will see me. You will see me. But I have been getting into. It's crazy. I thought my son might love it, but I love it more than he does. This is a Sarracenia, a pitcher plant. I just loved the red color of this. Now, these are carnivorous. All of these I'm going to show you are carnivorous, which is so funny because I'm reading a book right now that has carnivorous plants in it and orchids, but it's fiction, so it's not reality. But the plants show up in this book. So maybe I am hyper fixated on these. But I love them. I just love them. And if I find a little bug around the house, they're being fed. I have fed several stink bugs. But it's beautiful. This was my last purchase last week. My friend and I really hemmed and hawed over which was the biggest one. I'm like, which one do you think is the best one? So it's home. And they do have to live in water. They need water. A lot of it. So I moved the other ones. Just I didn't want to water 3 different plants all the time. They're all living in this this pottery. So I'm going to stand up to get these closer to you. Look at the panicula. Oh wait, that's not it. The lavender is the panicula. This beautiful white bloom is actually the Venus flytrap. I have to show you this. I'm going to drip all over my table. I don't care. This one is this is a different type of a pitcher plant. Look at it. Oh my goodness. Drip, drip, drip all over my table. It's beautiful. So that is kind of my new obsession, which don't worry, I'm not getting out of orchids. I think orchids will be with me the rest of my life. I love the orchids. But they're also being joined by these beautiful little carnivorous plants. I just love them. I love them. So let's get back to orchids. Get some things out of the way here. I wanted to show you, of course, an update on my Ludmaniana, Cattleya Ludmaniana, Semi-alba galera. Now, speaking of that, there is a stink bug in my orchid leaf. I'm not going to make you watch me feed the plant, but you know I'm going to feed the plant. You're going to be going away. You know, the worst thing is if the dog were to find a stink bug, you know what a dog does? They chew at things and then they go screaming because they smell like a stink bug. I don't know how they're getting in the house, but I do have an ancient farmhouse. So this orchid, it has been a long time coming. This one started blooming or had a sheath last fall. Maybe September. I don't know. I feel like maybe, did this come with my birthday order I ordered myself from Carmela? It may have. I think it did. Which I will not be doing anymore. No more birthday gifts for Holly from Carmela. Because, not that I don't deserve them. I do. But I don't think they have time to acclimate. I live in Ohio. My birthday's the end of September. I do not believe they have time to acclimate themselves to my new environment, which gets rather harsh in the winter. Even though you're indoors, you heat your home. 70 in the summer doesn't feel like 70 in the winter. Does not. It's violently cold. It just feels violently cold. You don't have any of the humidity. So this came last fall. And so I will be purchasing orchids no later than maybe another month or two, you know, June, July, maybe August. But when I get into September, I will not be purchasing orchids anymore. You know, unless it's a phalaenopsis you get for Christmas or something to decorate. But that being said, she's finally giving me buds. Not blooms yet, but buds. And it looks like there's a lot in there, like maybe 2 or 3. Would you like to see this? I bet you would. And I don't know if the lighting is going to, I should have a flashlight. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see the buds in there. It is budded. I'm so excited. I think you can see that. I'm really excited. And it's getting a new growth, so it's doing well. It is dry. Believe it or not, my orchids are dry. So everybody needs a good watering today. I will be doing that today. So yeah, I'm looking really forward to this. I think maybe, I don't know, a week and a half. But I do have another orchid over there that came from my, it's Cattleya. It came from my Home Depot. Yeah, Lowe's. It came from Lowe's. It's one of the bag babies. So anyhow, it has a sheath. And I'm not getting excited. I don't care about the sheath. I can't worry about it. Because it could take a very long time. Some Cattleyas are quick. Some Cattleyas come up with a bud. They don't even come out in a sheath. That would be great. That would be really great. Some of these take a very long time. But I think this is going to be well worth my wait. I just couldn't believe it a few weeks ago when I saw it budding. Stop touching it. But yeah, I am very happy with this orchid. It's going to be stunning. It's going to be a big, beautiful Cattleya bloom. I'm really looking forward to this. So, wow, you can smell that orchid. Good heavens. Wow. I wish you were here to smell this. Now the next 2 orchids I do want to show you. I should have done a separate video, but I'm too lazy. These are both going to be sequential orchids, meaning they will bloom and you do not cut the spike. They will bloom one flower. Not like this where you have a whole lineup of them. One flower, it will fall off. You leave it alone. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Because then it will put out the next flower. Sequential. So the first one here is one that has quite a story behind it. This is, you might want to see it. This is my Phylogeny Udasana. 2 new growths and a 3rd one forming. Beautiful, healthy. The spike will come up from the top and it has a beautiful pendant. It's like a creamy white with a beautiful leathery brown looking lip. It's beautiful. One of my favorites. So anyhow, I had lost this orchid. Excuse me. I think I got a bug bite. I had lost this orchid a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. Well, it would have been during the fall and winter period. I thought it had died. It had not died. I believe with all my heart I had not killed that orchid, but I threw it away. You learn these things. Because this one was going down the same route. It's like, I'm just going to follow in his footsteps. I'm out of here. But this spring, it started putting out all this wonderful new growth. So I have not read that these go into a dormancy. I've not read anywhere that this happens. But this orchid lives in a 130-some-year-old farmhouse in Ohio. So it probably does go a little bit dormant. I'm really hoping it puts up a bloom. I mean, there's so many pseudobulbs on here. One of these 2 growths needs to have a bloom on it. So this will be sequential. It could bloom for years. It really could bloom for years. Now, the other sequential one, and I want to say it's the only 2 sequential ones that I have. And this one is a new acquisition. This one I got, I don't know, maybe 2 years ago. Because it did come from when I was purchasing from, oh my goodness, I can't even think. It was not from Carmela. Does it say who it was from? I don't know who it was from. But I had a very hard time finding this Cattleya. I mean, this Coleogyne. So, this one here, with a beautiful spike, this did come from Carmela Orchids in my last haul. I specifically asked him if I could have this added in. This is Psychopsis mariposa, the big, beautiful butterfly that hangs up in the air. I can't wait. I cannot wait. But I have to wait. I do think I read that it could take up to 6 months. So when this started to when it could potentially bloom is probably pretty near my birthday time. So mid-September, in September. But it is as well a sequential bloomer. And these spikes, I had one, and I apologize to the universe. Kayaking, and this loves water. My love of water cannot cause these to go without water. So I'm going to be very careful this year. But this one does really like its water. So I don't want anything to happen to it. The only thing that I don't like about this one, I'm sorry, I do like you. It has one downside compared to the one I had before. I had Psychopsis Mendenhall, which I am going to be looking for. This is Psychopsis mariposa. The blooms are very similar. It has nothing to do with the bloom. It has to do with the leaf. This leaf is green on the back. It is green on the front. Now, the Mendenhall has a, I would say almost the same color red as what is on this picture plant. A beautiful, beautiful red back. The back would be beautiful red. And the front is modeled, all kind of modeling on the green. And I loved it. It was, when it wasn't in bloom, it was still absolutely beautiful. So that's on a wish list for someday. But I am very, very, very pleased to have this one because I would like this back in my collection, whatever the leaf looks like. So yeah, it's doing very well. But these two orchids are sequential. You wouldn't want anything to happen to this spike. You would want nothing to happen to that. Because this one in particular can bloom for years on end. If you want to see somebody that has one of these, if you're interested in seeing what it looks like, I have some old videos. But Matthew in Melbourne, Hello Plant Lovers, he has this one. He has several of them. He has Duo de Citron, which is yellow. And Duo de Citron. Was that his Psychopsis? No, that's a Paphiopedilum. That's a Paphiopedilum. Excuse me. I said it wrong. But that was a sequential bloomer also, which is why that came to my memory. And I just love the name Duo de Citron. But anyhow, a sequential bloomer. A sequential bloomer. So if you get either of these to start blooming, you know, you're really doing well. They're going to keep blooming for a very long time unless you forget to water them. So, believe it or not, that's it. That is it. I don't think I have anything else to carry on about today. I do need to sit down and tie myself to the chair over here and force myself to quilt. I'm behind on baby quilts. My husband's daughter had a beautiful baby girl. They're out on the West Coast, up in Oregon. So I told my husband, I said, I'm not even worried about it. I bought all the fabric. It's all here. I'm going to be leisurely in making this. And when they come to visit in November for Thanksgiving, she will receive her beautiful little blanket then. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with my quilting. But I think sometimes you go through spells where you love something and then you don't. I'm having a hard time finishing my beautiful, beautiful grandson's quilt. So I'm feeling really bad about that. So today, I'm almost done with it. So today, I need to get that finished. But I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope things are I hope life's good for you. So please take care. Please like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe if you want your name scribbled down on here. and you'll probably get a shout out sometime. I do appreciate everyone. I appreciate everyone that takes time to watch these silly ramblings, who also likes, shares, subscribes. Subscribing is great. And even the comments, I do enjoy getting up in the morning. I like to check the comments while I have coffee. Leave a comment, a nice comment. I've only ever had one rude comment. It's only ever been one, and it's one that I've talked about before, and it kind of brings me joy now. I think it's so funny. So look, he's probably going to come out of the woodwork with something even worse, but it's funny. You have to take things in a light-hearted manner. I think it's an age thing. When I was younger, everything on earth offended me. Please. I don't care anymore. I'm just enjoying my life. I can't be offended by everything anymore. Life is short. Don't be offended by the minutia of life. Just get out there and live and try to enjoy something. Like, if you don't have a garden, find a botanical garden near you. Find a free park. This Kingwood Gardens I go to, it's a huge mansion, which I don't go into the mansion more than maybe once a year. I'm not interested in that. I do like to sit on the steps of the mansion and have my coffee. I think that's a beautiful place to sit for morning coffee. But that's mine for free. I can go over there and tour around and talk to people, meet fabulous people over there, see the peacocks. They have a beautiful peacock. I might put a picture of the peacock up. If I took a picture of him without my friend, I don't know. She probably doesn't want to be showcased on my video. But so find someplace in nature. Nature is amazing. It's amazing. It's so amazing. I can't get enough of nature. So thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe again. And above all, enjoy these fabulous, fabulous apex plants